there's a guy named Wesley Huff on Instagram, a Christian apologist, and he's basically going on and saying like, hey, Jesus was a real dude, the Bible has real facts, but there's something interesting about it where he's so steeped in the manuscripts and he's very well versed in Hebrew. Mm-hmm. And he's referenced multiple forgeries. We're like, oh, this was a known forgery. And I'm like, bro, you start pulling the onion back and like, so bro, there are forgeries in the beginning. Like there are forgeries when Jesus was there. Like, so you don't even know it's for 3,000 years. And I'm like, the forgeries probably happened right then before Jesus, during Jesus.
It was right around the Council of Nicaea under Constantine.
Yeah. So you're just like, we don't know what the fuck happened. Right. And I feel like I have this in my gut. I grew up in the church, dude, like in the Anglican Catholic Church. And then, my whole life has been Christian and understanding. I went to private Christian school, middle school. This guy has such incredible data he's sharing, which I do like. But then on the other side, I'm like, oh, something's weird because you're referencing documents that are like, well, you don't even know all the documents out there, dude. The Vatican 100% is sitting on
the Vatican and the maximum security. You're going to have to see the 30 miles of files to get the truth.
Insane amount of terabytes and terabytes of data that you don't know. Mm-hmm. And so you're like, oh, this forgery from 1,000 years ago was a forgery. And you're like, oh my God. So why aren't there forgeries from 3,000 years ago, bro? So I just think it's very interesting. It's so analytical that it makes me be like, I can't believe you because there's no subjective feeling in it. So it's interesting guy that I still kind of follow.
You go back and you look at these things, and from what I've read, and then my own internal guidance when I hear all of these messages or whatever you want to call them, it's like these connecting to a quantum. The original Yeshua was teaching Christ consciousness. It doesn't work very well for an empire, a Roman Empire, to have people that are sovereign beings that realize they are God and they're part of the Christ consciousness and they're all one. They need angels. They need something to get involved externally to be a controlling army of some kind. So what do? You take the man, you call him Jesus, right? You just make him a god, right? You Zeus, Jesus. Okay, Jesus. Okay, there he is. He's Zeus. Then you take his movement, Christ consciousness, and you just make it his last name. You make it like, oh, it's his title. He's Jesus Christ, the title, right? You turn him into a martyr. And then you tell everybody that has this monolithic structure in their brain of this Messiah Savior complex programming.
Yeah, a monarch, right? King, right? Just like down here, it's a king up there. You get the system, right?
It comes from arc. Arc on is an anchor. It's an anchor point.
Yeah.
It's archangels. Arcs are anchor points. Archangels are more involved with, like the Hindu, like if you think of them as more of like, oh, they're part of the archetype of, oh, this archangel is representing issues or energy in yourself that you have to work on, right? They even associate them with the chakras. So you look at the monarch and you look at there is a programming in society that has been programmed into with the Messiah Savior complex due to organized religion. Now, organized religion, before it was organized, was more of just a way to kind of get people out of the dark ages and stop killing themselves because they had the vibrational frequency of a cockroach, right? Just pure survival.
Right.
Pure survival. Just, right? So if you look at the time that Yeshua was around and you say like, oh, people's consciousness was really low. Well, we don't know that because we don't know what the true history was. We don't know if they had more advanced stuff than us now.
Dude, that's where I hit, like, so you said the true history, like what was really fucking going on. And you're just getting documents from the Vatican and some random shit and some sheep herders grab this and whatever. And you're like, we don't even know what the fuck happened this, like during COVID, what lies, whatever. We don't even know who assassinated JFK because they're still redacted. We don't even know all the details of 9/11 because they're still redacted. So I'm like, that's what gets me of like Wesley Huff, dude. I love his enthusiasm, but I'm like, bro, the fuck are you talking about? It's 3,000 years ago. Listen, that was a real motherfucker there, Jesus or Yeshua. But it's like you saying in these maxims, and that's what gets me, because I'm like, anybody who says some maxim from 3,000 years ago, I'm just like, I don't know. I'm gonna question that shit. No, I don't have to be right. I'm just gonna question it. Like that's healthy.
Well, a maxim, it's like only a Sith deals in absolutes. You've heard that, right?
Exactly.
It's like, it's a really good saying, because that's how it, well, are you a part of this team? Well, I like some of the things. No, absolute. Like you commit to left, commit to right, commit.